boy Shunt and your boy Redacted.
What's going on? Catch us on Wylion Mofo, Real Dumbshit, and Redacted Shunt for the Twitter. On YouTube and on Facebook it's official Wylion. Instagram is Wylion Official, and Mixcloud is Wylion RDS for all that dumb shit. What's going on? My name is Shunt and his name is
Redacted.
And together we are Captain Planet. Because we can't come up with any other duos, because we've rinsed out pretty much all of them.
But for the record, I had more, many more.
I mean, I've got a couple more, but I'm
I
thinking...
don't think so. That's why you pulled out
Well, we've done Bill and Ted.
the Captain Planet reference off the bat.
Alright, so what, with Wind and Fire? Or what we do? What? No, it's Earth and Fire. Actually, Fire's the ginger one, isn't it? Nobody wants to be the ginger kid. And no one wants to be Heart, because that's the worst one ever. Although he always saves the day. I never understood that.
So they felt sorry for him.
No, it's because the animals are like, yo, we'll take it from here, sort of thing. You guys are burning and stuff, and you're meant to be helping. Just call them Captain Planet. Or they'll mash up everybody. Everybody else will be like looking for the one with the heart, and Pluto's already captured him, because you can't really do that much apart from speaking to animals. But I digress. But yeah, today is a weird day because you've got The Walking Dead coming back, as well as other bits and pieces on the internet. Quick rundown. I know that we haven't done this for a hot minute, so
Because we hate it.
it's terrible. You love it.
We hate it.
The gorillas love it. The gorillas love order. Like, if you mess with the pack will tear off your penis and throw it in the tall grass.
And the pack says no rundowns.
Run down all day. Anyway, so Xbox Live is going for a global audience, so it's no longer just on your Xbox. Aladdin, we've had the first images from Will Smith. The Trench, which is basically a spin-off or horror spin-off for Aquaman, has actually been released. Terminator's reboot has come out with a new name, which is basically Dark Fate. We've seen the Shaft trailer, which we'll be discussing. A little bit more news on Why the Last Man, which is also a sort of thing that's like a myth. It's like the gambit of all TV series. And Army of the Dead, which is Zack Snyder's new project. Yeah, I'm going to rip into that one. And, Cold Pursuit and the whole Liam Neeson debacle. Grammys as well. Guardian's director changing. And a couple other bits and pieces. But before that, any dumb shit to report, Mr. Redacted?
No.
So you're just going to let me start and then you're just going to say, oh, but before that?
Nope.
No? Nothing. So Xbox goes global. I really feel uncomfortable because I know he's going to do it, but it's fine. So Xbox goes global. So it's on your phone. This is what they confirmed. Your phone, as in your iOS and your Android. And surprisingly and welcomely, the Nintendo Switch. What are your thoughts?
What?
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch is getting Xbox Live. I woke up in the same side of bed that I did before, and it's weird.
When? How? And what?
Basically, they announced it around about a week and a half ago that they're opening up API, so it's sort of like they're enabling their thing to be coded for said things, if that makes sense. So whereas your usual sort of thing with Xbox Live is that you'll encode certain things for achievements and, online communications and all that stuff, the Nintendo Switch, up until this point, has had a very lackluster communications device or debacle, which was strange because the Wii U had something, like you've got like the mic that's in the tablet that you can speak to and you can do video conferencing calls and all that stuff on it.
Yeah.
Whereas on the Switch, you can't do any of that. But it would make sense if Xbox already had plans with Nintendo to introduce their Xbox Live, so it's the idea that you bring over your account and your achievements for Mario and Smash Brothers will be carried over into your Xbox account, which is a head fuck. I'm not sure if this means that Xbox Pass is going over globally or...
Well, it have to be. That'd be the only point. Like, I'm not...
I mean, your games of gold aren't going to certainly fit on your Nintendo Switch, I think.
Why not?
I mean, it can do, like the Xbox 360 games, I suppose,
Yeah.
because it's well within its capability, but I don't know, Xbox One might be a stretch, although the the Nintendo Switch does have, you know, untapped potential because you've got Skyrim on it and all that stuff. So anything's possible. Anything is possible.
I don't know. I mean, if you can't play games, then it'd be a bit of a waste of time. If it's just only your achievements count, then...
Well, it depends, because, like, if you've got, I don't know, games, I feel, that are... How can I put it? Because I've got all three, as you know.
Yep.
It's not because I've got a big ego, it's because I like games. But, yeah, I mean, it does get annoying, like, when you've got, like... It's just basically for bragging rights that you have your achievements, right? You know, you got a big gamer score or something like that, and, you know, you can see if your mate's completed the game before you, so it's no longer like, yeah, I completed that ages ago. The man's got, like, 1 achievement point, and he's trying to say he's got, like, 3 Xbox accounts, and that one's not online, and all that stuff. And
when was the last time that happened?
well, I started speaking to people that started saying that shit. So, it could have been... It could have been a while ago, really. I think I was still working at my old... establishment, which was a retail outlet known as Zavvi. So, yeah. It was that long ago.
Yeah.
Xbox 360 days of early talking core box. Do you remember that bullshit thing that they brought out? It was basically, it was like an Xbox with no hard drive.
Oh, yeah.
And a memory
Fuck
card.
That shit, bro.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Fuck that shit.
Just cover it in a towel, innit? 3 red lights to death.
Exactly, it's already dead.
Terrible.
Take that shit to a morgue.
Oh, God. Let's talk about taking stuff to a morgue. I saw the official images of Will Smith as the genie. Where I was dubious about it before, I'm, like, very assertively saying categorically no.
I think I'm going another way.
You go another way?
Yeah. Look, I'm not saying it's going to look great.
It looks horrible.
No, but like it's not out until like May or something. So
it looks like kitten. It looks like kitten shit mixed with kitten vomit.
They've still got time. They're still probably working on the vis effects.
They better be working on the vis effects, otherwise somebody is getting fired.
They're still working on the vis
Somebody's
effects.
getting
But at least,
fired, bruv.
At least you kind of get the tone of Will Smith's genie. And it could work. I mean, like, it could work. Obviously, it's not going to be a Robin Williams, but we knew that. It was never going to be that.
I just
no
don't
matter
see the
who
point.
they cast, it was not going to be that. So, you know, it seems okay. You know, it's going to be fine.
Okay, I'm cutting it for Aladdin. Aladdin was one of my favourite films growing up, and
yeah, but
if it was a case that I had to sit down with one of my many children of the future, not current, sit down with my many children of the future and say, yeah, this is such an amazing story.
They're going to be on Aladdin 2099 by then, so it's going to be alright. They're going to be someone else is going to be Genie by then. But like that's why because you love it so much.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's only okay is pretty good for them.
I don't know.
Like, okay, is not too bad in this situation.
To be fair, I think they stretched themselves way too thin this year. They've got Lion King, Aladdin, and Dumbo.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not like they don't have the money.
No, it's not the case they didn't have the money. I just think that
but I know in what way
somehow Will Smith,
themselves.
Sort of like whittled his way into that whole production thing.
In which way are they overstretching themselves? Because it's not like they don't have the money for it. It's not like
they haven't got the resources.
Exactly.
Yeah, I suppose. It's terrible though. So yeah, moving swiftly on. So speaking of blue creatures from the depths of the sea, as it were, the Trench.
Yeah.
I mean, you're Aquaman's Soldier Boy. You've watched the film. Where the Trench.
I've watched the film. I wouldn't exactly say I'm a Soldier Boy.
What is the Trench?
My point was always, and I maintain that it was going to be a better film than Venom. It was. So, yeah, what's up? Yeah, the Trench, what's up?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what were the Trench? Were the Trench like zombie fish? Because that's what they kind of
like. They're kind of like piranha men, but like, this for me, when you first think about it, yeah, it's a weird move that you're going to do a spin-off of Aquaman, but you're going to use these trench creatures. But like, just think about it for a sec. They're just creatures. They're just sea creatures. Like, you could just do like a sea or seaside like horror movie with these just so happen to be DC characters. Doesn't really need to be any other DC characters in it. Don't have to be no superheroes in it. Could just be just a regular town. The trench gets up in the business.
But the problem
or
is,
someone's on a cruise ship. The trench get up in the business. Like, it's just gonna be a horror movie. Like, it's
so
doable. I'm not saying it's gonna be great. I'm saying it's doable. It makes sense.
Or I mean, obviously, it's like the DC Dark thing that they're trying to do, isn't it? Which I think is probably best for the franchise. They need to diversify. They need to get the stench of the Justice League kind of off them, because it was.
I mean, I still maintain that's not really that hard to do. All they need to do is come out with one decent film with those characters in it, and all will be forgiven.
God, let's hope so.
I mean, even if they have like, I don't know, say 1 or 2 more solo films that are good. So say Shazam's good, and then you've got Wonder Woman coming out this year as well. And actually, wait, is she coming out this? No, I think she's coming out next year. Say Shazam's good, and then say the Joker movie is good. I don't know. I still kind of feel like you need that Wonder Woman. So you go over to next year. That Wonder Woman film's good, and all will be forgiven.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
The only reason why I say that is because I don't feel like the Joker is this universe enough for it to be like for it to count.
And the other one is?
Which other one?
Jared Leto.
Yeah, but he's not. You're not going to see him again. You're not going to see Jared Leto again in another DC movie.
I doubt it. I reckon he will. I reckon he will. I reckon he's going to play a cameo in Birds of Prey.
Maybe. I doubt it though. I don't think so.
Well, speaking about things that have come back from the past and future to haunt you, the Terminator: Dark Fate.
Okay.
What are your thoughts, sir?
We'll see, I guess.
I know, this is it. Like, it's got ticks, as in, like, got original Sarah Connor back. We just have to ignore everything else from before. So Genesis never happened. Salvation kind of never happened.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Rise of the Machines never happened.
Good. I said good. Shit.
Yeah, it was terrible. So yeah, we just have to ignore those last 3 films in order to enjoy this new one, and then pretend as if it happened like 50 years. Was it 20 years after?
Yeah.
20? Has it been 20? No, it's been a little bit more. It's like 30, isn't it?
30 something.
30 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have to ignore the last 3 films from the 3 decades.
We've done it before.
Yeah, Star Wars. Halloween? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I get it. Speaking of things that happened 30 years ago that no one knew about, Shaft.
Oh, if he was going to tell me you had a son out there in the wilderness.
Oh, no. Not at all. I know it kind of been round and round, future children and all that stuff, but straight up, I've got another joke later on for them about that.
You know about.
That I know about, yeah. So Shaft, we saw the trailer, and I feel positive.
I'm on board. Yeah, why not? Why not do a bit of a silly one? Like, why not?
Yeah,
everything doesn't have to be serious all the time. This is what I'm saying about Shazam.
I do like the dynamic, between the 3 of them. Like, it doesn't seem. I know it is a film and it is meant to be fake, but it doesn't seem false.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you can see my man as grandpa, my man as daddy.
It does a little bit. It is a bit. It is very self-aware, or at least one of the characters is very self-aware. So it does feel fake in that sense. But who gives a fuck? Just have fun with it, man. Just have fun with it. Why not? Original Shaft wasn't super, super, super serious. It was a little bit tongue-in-cheek. So, just have fun with it.
Yeah, it should be. For me, the thing I did like is the fact that they did acknowledge, obviously he's young, so he's dumb, but I also fear that he sort of he's been given the comic relief role in that whole aspect, and It's good. It's good to see.
The height of professionalism.
Oh, yeah.
I can see you on your phone, bro.
I just got
How
something.
dare you?
Don't worry, I'll be back.
How dare you?
I'll be back.
How
Give me
dare
3
you?
seconds. I didn't try to do it slyly. I knew you're there. I knew you were there.
Yeah, but still, like, bruv,
Bruv, chill.
unless you're ordering up some drugs, put the phone down.
I'm ordering drugs, bro. Shut up.
You lying for? And you're running the show as well. Like, come on. Didn't have this shit when I was in charge.
I'm a bad mother. Shut your mouth. So whatevs. Yeah. So yeah, back to Shaft.
No
so
issues.
yeah, there's a lot of funny bits in that. Like for me, I did like the whole dynamic of Richard Roundtree being reintroduced as a sort of elderly character.
Yeah, reintroduced.
Reintroduced. He was in the second one, wasn't he?
He was in the Samuel L. Jackson reboot one. Yeah.
So technically, he's not Shaft Junior. He's Shaft the third. Yeah, that's how it works, and it's free tier.
I mean, kind of, but you can also be referred to as junior still.
Yeah, if you didn't know your daddy, I suppose.
Well, even if you did, you could still be a junior.
That's madness.
There's no rule saying that you can't be called, even if you're the third, you can't be junior.
Yeah, if you're a girl, you don't get called junior.
Or if you're a guy.
No, if you're a girl, like if you take your mum's name for example,
Yeah.
you don't become Martha Junior, for example, and you don't become Martha the Third.
Why is that relevant?
Just saying, like you said that it always happens and it doesn't. So
No, I didn't say that. That's the opposite of what I said.
I mean, it would get more confusing if
You're saying
the same rules apply.
You're saying he's not junior because he's the third. I'm saying you can still be junior if you're the third.
No, you're not. You're the third.
You can because you're still the junior to two seniors.
No. You're the bottom. You're the bottom, bruv.
No one says that.
You're the junior to the junior.
No,
so.
you can't be a junior to a junior.
That's what I'm saying. So
your
you'll be
dad's
the
an
third.
adult.
So you'll
he's
be
a
the third.
senior. They're both seniors.
They're not seniors.
Yes, they are.
He's Shaft Junior, bruv.
What?
Shaft is Shaft Junior.
No, he's not.
The middle shaft is Shaft Junior.
No.
Yes.
You are wrong.
I'm correct.
No. No.
It's like, Eminem. Eminem, he suffers from the same fate. He is Bruce Mathers the third.
He's what?
Bruce Mathers the third.
Okay.
Yes.
But he's not a junior forever.
No, he wasn't a junior. He's the third. That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't matter. If you still have that generation, alive, then you are technically the junior.
That's wrong.
No, you have senior, you have junior, and then you have the third, the fourth, and the fifth, if needs be and possible.
You don't have to be.
No, but this is what I'm saying. These are the perils.
And a junior.
These are the perils of when you name your child your name. Don't do it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because you don't do it because you will get confused.
No, I won't.
There you are.
I'm completely above board on this sort of bullshit. I just won't call myself, my child, Shunt Junior. That's just cruel.
That is cruel.
It's not as bad as Redacted Junior.
Redacted Junior is legit.
Nah, Redacted Junior. That's sounds like you're talking about his privates.
Why would you think that? That says more about you than anyone else.
Shunt Junior is cruel, but Redacted Junior sounds like their penis is
No, it doesn't.
shriveled up back into them.
No, it doesn't.
It's weird. Anyway,
Why would you think like that?
Speaking of shriveled up and weird,
I'm sure
why
you'll watch this now.
why The Last Man?
Yeah, we're back.
Children of Men TV series, pretty much, that we might or might not see.
Not really. There's men in the Children of Men. He's not the last man in Children of Men.
Yeah, but it's like
No,
woman.
but it's just not.
Okay, fine, Mr. Contrarian. All right. So
No, that's not contrarian. It's just Mr. Fucking correct.
I'm trying to do the exposition so people know what's about.
Yeah, but it's not. You're
Alright, so basically, he's the last guy. He is the last guy to bust live sperm.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, only if he does after the fact, but that's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's him being the last fertile male. And being chased down and, being traded.
No one knows he's fertile.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. He's the last man. There's nothing to say that he's the last fertile man. He could be infertile for anyone knows.
Yeah, it would actually make sense in that world. I guess. But yes, I digress. Anyway, so you got that, I guess.
When's it coming out?
Well, it's still in limbo. I mean, that's the news.
Did you even look?
Huh?
Did you even look?
I did.
What, the news was why the last man is still in limbo?
No, it's basically said 2020, which I believe is just another way of just saying your vision, you ain't seeing this.
Did they say who's attached?
Well, I think they mentioned like 3 writers. Nothing too amazing, nothing too great. I mean, you can do your own research.
Just step up your research. Oh yeah, do your own research. Fuck off.
No, but for when you come here, you know. I mean, the only ones that I haven't really done any research for is Why the Last Man and Army of the Dead. Because I'm just going to clown that shit.
Yeah.
But Why the Last Man, you know, is what it is. It should be interesting to watch when it finally comes out. If it comes out. But they're definitely going to have to replace The Walking Dead because I think at the moment they're just running on fumes.
Yeah. I mean, they've been running on fumes for a while.
But this is the thing. It's still better than what's on TV now. So it's like...
Is it though?
The Walking Dead subpart episodes are better than, say, the greatest... I'm trying to think. 100 or, you know, like the other CW nonsense that like nobody really cares for.
Fine. One, I don't think it's fair to compare it to the CW. Two, though, I'm more compelled by the CW shows than The Walking Dead at the moment. I've seen The Flash and Arrow more recently than I've seen that episode of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, but it's only because...
Because what?
I don't know. It's because it's superheroes, isn't it? Like, I get it more, if that makes sense. Like, The Walking Dead, because, one, there's no incentive for me to watch it kind of thing. Because my favourite characters were either killed off or, you know, something bad's happened or whatever.
Yep.
Like, you know, for lack of spoilers. And, yeah, it's nonsensical. You know what I mean? It's like, why am I watching this? My favourite character's not going to be in there. You know what I mean? It's just pointless.
Exactly. Hence it's less compelling.
Whereas The Flash...
It's not as good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, The Flash... Or the CW shows at this current given time, I mean, like, they're coming off their break as well.
Yeah.
So, there is going to be a lot of stuff to watch. Still got to watch Umbrella Academy, which is released this week, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah. So the 15th of February in the UK. It's already out in the States. But yeah, it's 15th of February in the UK, and then you've got... Definitely. It's going to be good. But yeah. Okay, so Army of the Dead. Ironically,
what about it?
Zack Snyder is not talking about his last films.
Finally. Wait, what do you mean his last films?
Just saying, that's the name of the film.
films?
Yeah, that's the name of his new film, Army of the Dead.
What?
Yeah, he's back to work, basically.
I'm not talking about what films? The DC films?
No, he's not doing a DC.
About his old horror films?
No, he's making a new film called Army of the Dead.
But you said he's not talking about his old films. What old films are you talking about?
I'm just saying, because all the films that he did for DC are dead. It was a play on words. Everybody else got it home. I had to wait for you to catch up.
I don't think it was very good.
It's all in delivery, sir.
I think that's why. I think that is exactly true. I think that's where we fucked up.
No. See, it's all about self-omission and all that stuff, as I said before. Unlike certain other white gentlemen, as it were, Mr. Liam Neeson, and...
Was that all you got to say about Army of the Dead?
Well, at the moment, all it said is that, yeah, Zack Snyder's going to be doing it. It's his first project back. That's pretty much it. Nothing's really been given about the plot and the synopsis. I assume it's either about zombies or mystical beings that are dead. Okay. And, yeah, it can't be the Mummy. I know that much, so it's probably not set in Egypt. It's probably not going to be a zombie film because I don't really see Zack Snyder be able to pull it off, but what can he pull off?
He's done a zombie film before.
Has he?
Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah, was it the Land of the Dead, right?
Yeah, one of those motherfucking films.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, did he?
Yes, that's what I was saying. That's why I was saying. Like, what films are you talking about?
Well, that
Yes.
anyway. So that's
like,
happening.
oh, Zack Snyder can't pull off zombie films. Yeah, he fucking got noticed from zombie films, motherfucker. Shit.
Okay, maybe he's just going back to his roots.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Jesus.
Christ. So yeah.
Jesus.
So
Research your research, bruv.
research my research.
Yeah, man. Up it up.
I just, well, to be fair, I mean, Zack Snyder, we gave him a hard time over the couple of years and all that stuff, but it's what he was doing to the DC universe. I didn't agree with it. But then saying that, if Christopher Nolan got hold of the rest of the clan, as it were, I reckon it would have been equally as bad. So,
well, I don't think he would have done it. I mean,
no, he didn't do it. Yeah.
They wanted him to do it. He didn't do it because he had no interest in it. So I don't think that's really something we need to worry about. Like, it's not really,
that's what I'm saying.
It's not really fair to say, oh, it would have been shit if,
It was speculation,
if
isn't it?
Nolan done it, because he has no interest in it. I mean, of course, if they somehow forced him to do it, it wouldn't be what we wanted it to be. But, you know, that's extenuating circumstances.
Extenuating circumstances, Liam Neeson. How about that?
Yeah, what about him?
Well, to be fair, we've watched 3 or 4 different interviews of him apologising and him saying what he said, which is basically he felt to get revenge on the whole of the black race because of what one black man done.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, it's an innocent form of racism because you don't understand the complications of it. If that makes sense.
Is it?
I say innocent form of racism is still racism. You know what I mean? It's like somebody has to pay. But it's more about the vengeance side of things. So it's like if the guy, I don't know, had a monocle and, you know, he had a limp and he done the same thing, he'll be looking for guys with monocles and limps.
Yeah, but he didn't ask that many questions, though.
Huh?
He didn't ask that many questions.
Well, yeah, I suppose. He only asked what colour were they.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, is one of those ones where he was speaking from his forgotten ignorance, as it were. So basically, he didn't realise that he had it in him to go out and do something as stupid as that. He admitted it out loud. It was interpreted as, I was going to go out and beat up some niggas, but I didn't. Or some black people, and I didn't. Huh?
That is what he said.
They said black bastards.
Well, no, what I mean is, the sentiment is what he said. It's not
Pretty
like
much.
he didn't say that.
Well, I mean, verbatim, if that makes sense. Like, he didn't say it per se like that, but he might as well. Yeah, it's like one of those ones where I truly believe he's in a better place mentally now in order for him to speak about
probably.
said things. He was probably the best person to speak about these sort of things in regards to the films and the roles he portrays and all that stuff. Because, you know, if somebody as, you know, hardened as his characters or hardened as the people that he portrays is able to see that he was completely stupid or ignorant for wanting to seek out vengeance in such a way, then, you know, we have a safer world for us to live in, kind of thing.
Do we?
No. That's all bullshit. But in regards to his self-admission and all that stuff, I don't think it's helped the film as such.
I don't think he did anything. You know what I think?
But it didn't.
You know what I think? He's doing a press junket. It was the end of the day. He was tired. He got asked a question. He got half caught off guard and just started talking about some shit that he normally wouldn't have talked about. Look how many revenge films he's done, and this is the first time it's come up.
But as I said before, I truly believe it was somebody that was close to him.
Whatever.
I mean, speculation aside, I mean, like, it doesn't matter who this happened to.
No,
it's the way it affected him, sort of thing. Speculation is that it may have been his wife or then girlfriend at said time.
Probably.
But either, it's one of those ones where
They shouldn't make you racist.
it does.
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't, but it will. Like, the worst thing about it is that at that point in time, I'm not justifying what he said by any means.
No, but it's
the unleashing, isn't it? Like,
very,
you need something.
It's very weird. Like, either you, to me, if it's me, either I go all out, just stupid, or, like, I'm looking for a specific person. I don't go halfway and be like, oh, well, I'm going to look for a Chinese person or an Asian person. Like, to me, it feels very odd that you'd be specific but broad at the same time.
Well, this is the reason why he got his act together, and then he had a sort of like need to get a particular set of skills.
Yeah. Okay.
And he was able to track people down, and that's what became Taken. So, if anything, that's how Taken actually got made. It's him telling the story about how he didn't have skills, and he then...
Yeah, but he didn't get skills in the film. He had the skills already.
That's what I'm saying. This is like post, racist Liam Neeson.
Okay.
I guess. Post-racist Liam Neeson got the job of Taken, and then his career had a little uplift. Then he felt guilty about it to a certain degree, and then he just confessed. He just said, like, listen, it's just a sort of like thing about... There was a bar story where I was talking about, going out looking for these black people that, doesn't necessarily need a beating. I realised I didn't know who I was looking for, and I need to know who I was looking for, rather than just be angry at everyone, because, who's got the time? And, he gathered a particular set of skills, and uses these skills to hunt people like... that person.
Okay.
And he's going to find him, and he's going to kill him. So in theory, that horrible event made him who he is today, as do most traumatic events. It's kind of dark.
Yeah.
Bit dark. Speaking of dark, the actual film seems okay, which is ironic. Cold Pursuit. What are your thoughts on it? You watched the trailer as well.
Yeah, I did, but it doesn't really look like anything special. I mean, it doesn't look as bad as Taken 3, but, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, like, what's that really, really freaking shitty one they did on the train? It's like Pursuit or something.
Non-stop?
Non-stop, yeah, that was absolute full stop. Yeah, that's terrible.
I mean, they're all pretty shit after Taken 1.
But this is the thing, like, when people said, oh, it destroyed his career, him coming out. No. Him coming out and saying all this nonsense. I was thinking,
I mean,
if anything, it'd probably help him. Probably actually help him.
It's a bit soon to tell.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's probably actually helped him, because before that, no one gave a fuck, really. If it wasn't Taken, then nobody really sort of, like, peaked on the radar. Other films that he's done are pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
This Cold Pursuit character seems a little bit more of the same, but then saying that, what did Arnie do for all those years?
He was governor of California.
Oh yeah, he did something with his life. Fair enough. That's a bad analogy.
Yeah, like, most of them are.
Yeah.
I keep trying to point it out to you, but, like,
Yeah, just a couple.
You figure it out at some point, I guess.
And speaking of bad analogies, this is America's triple threat cleanup. Clean sweep at the Grammys, bruv.
It's on brand.
Yes, because he's a triple threat. He's a comedian, he's a rapper, and he's an actor.
Yeah, but he didn't get an award for any of the on-brand stuff.
Yeah, he did.
What?
He got one for Atlanta. I think it was Emmy.
That's fucking ages ago.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you're talking about did he get anything for that? And This Is America was on Atlanta. So it is on brand. And the video is, one of the best videos that I've seen in recent years. A multi-layered cascade into the world of America via the gun culture and the black movement, as it were.
Okay.
See, ironically, both of those things are related. So yeah, I'm getting better at these segues. These segues they're nicely tight. They're packed.
Disagree.
Packed. What? You're talking like Aladdin to The Trench to Dark Fate to
Yeah, but
Shaft.
fucking pacing, motherfucker, and like content. Like, not just like boom, 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 boom. Like,
That's it. That's how I am, bruv. You know me already. This is what you love about me. You know what I mean? I'm like boom, 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 boom.
Not in this context.
Yeah. Well, this is it. This is the reason why I throw out the subject. Yeah. We debate it. We talk about it. And then, like, yeah, everything's nice.
Yeah, alright.
Mr. Redacted, a.k.a. Salty Beans. Salty. High salt content on the beans, bro. High salt content.
I don't even know what to say to you.
The hell you on about, bro? As I told you, it's gonna happen as well. It's like, all right, wait until it's my turn. You'll be like, you're gonna be all salty. He's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm gonna be relaxed. I'm gonna be relaxed. The man's like saying, well, you shouldn't be like boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, bro, chill out, yeah.
Nah, because look,
chill out, guy.
Sitting there patting yourself on the back. Like, I need to tell you a couple things.
No, you don't. Just be happy for me, bro. Just be happy.
No. No.
Speaking about things that aren't happy,
yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy haven't confirmed. Well, basically, they've confirmed that Waititi is not doing it. So I'm extremely worried about number 3. Waititi. Taika Waititi.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Because he was the only
Why
one.
would you say yes to that job? Like, of course you're going to say no. There's no upside to you taking that job. The best you can do is people will say you done as good as James Gunn. But it was a fair effort. Like,
yeah,
no one's going to say, oh, you did a better job than James Gunn.
It's like people...
It's either going to be like, oh, I wish James Gunn done it. Oh, I wonder what it would have looked like if James Gunn done it. You know, you're just going to get bare grief. So it's just like, nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, but this is the thing. He does such a great job with Ragnarok. We deserve to see that Guardians movie.
Nah.
But then, like, it's like one of those ones that James Gunn now is doing Suicide Squad 2, like, full-blown. DC starting to look like it might have a shape now. And it is now becoming literally the distinguished competition.
Who's having a shape?
And DC movies.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Because you've got The Trench and you've got, like, you know, other bits and pieces that are, you know, loosely based around it. Loosely.
Yeah.
But nothing great. Right, so, anyway, I've been going online and I've been listening and watching and reviewing, like, what is the best and what...
Pause.
You don't get to pause, bruv.
Huh?
Where are you running?
You got toilet.
What do you need to go to the toilet for, bruv? You should have gone before we started, bruv. I'm just gonna let it run. It's still hot. The mic's still hot. Man's not hot. What are you talking about? Redacted is probably taking a shit. Redacted ran out real quick. Redacted needs to go for a shit. Then he's coming back. Alright, now that I've got you guys alone, what Redacted doesn't know is that it's going to be his birthday soon. And on the next show, I'm probably going to have a stripper come in. It's going to be amazing. However, there's like 3 cubic meters of space left in my room, so yeah, I don't think it will work. But yeah, it'll be fine. I'll just wait for him to come back. Redacted, just gone for a shit. Redacted, probably come back real quick. Redacted. Actually, if he went for a shit, I reckon it'd be too quick. If he did, you better flush. Better wipe as well, that's gross otherwise. Yeah, I reckon it's just a general piss. Then he's probably working his PC muscle. It's a bit weird. Yeah, it's coming. Yo.
So you wouldn't let it run?
Huh?
You said you went there, right?
Yeah. Hot mic, bruv. Hot mic always. Yeah, before I was so rudely interrupted.
You weren't interrupted.
I was, bruv. I was interrupted by the needs of your bladder.
I left you and the mic some alone time that I thought you needed.
Yeah, I suppose. You could say that. Yeah, it wasn't awkward or anything. It's just me and the gorillas, as it were. Yeah. Yeah, but other than that, yeah. So, the worst movie of 2018. A bit late. No, you mug. I'm talking the worst movie. That's the worst comic book movie, maybe.
It's still a movie.
No, we don't count those. Because even the worst comic book movie is still better than the worst movie.
No.
Yeah.
Venom is not better than the worst anything.
Well, I watched this film called, what's that fucking film? Big Old Dog. Robot Dog. It's not... I don't think it's Rex. It doesn't sound like a Rex.
I think you're making this up.
No. Basically, it's about a robot dog who just basically runs out into the wild, and he's apparently a weapon, and then he pairs up with this human boy who rides a motorbike, and it's the worst shit in the world, bruv. That, by far, was the worst film of 2018.
Sounds better than Venom.
Doesn't. Although technically it's the same film.
I was just about to say, it sounds exactly like Venom.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, like, online anyway, they're saying Death Wish, 50 Shades Freed, Wrinkle in Time, I Feel Pretty, Action Point, Slender Man, Happy Town Murderers, and The Nun were the worst sort of films.
I saw none of those movies.
Neither did I. But then, does that make it bad because I didn't want to watch it, or is it bad because it just flopped?
I think some of those I wanted to watch. Read that list again.
Death Wish, 50 Shades Freed. 50 Shades Freed does look like your film. Wrinkle in Time, I Feel Pretty, Action Point, Slender Man, Happy Town Murders, and The Nun.
3 of those films I wanted to watch.
Okay, which 3? And why didn't you watch it?
The Nun.
Yeah.
Happy Town Murders. And...
I Feel Pretty?
Yes.
Yeah. See, me, I wanted to watch Death Wish, but then I remembered I didn't particularly like the original.
Why? What about that film made you want to watch it? What made you think that was going to be good?
I mean, ironically, it was Bruce Willis. That
Why
came
is that
out.
ironic?
No, because, you know, Bruce Willis hasn't had a soul in a film for a while.
All the more reasons for you to not want to watch it.
Yeah, but it's after the roast, so I thought maybe.
So what?
Maybe he.
So what?
Maybe he listened to
People only do roasts to either A, get some goodwill back after people thinking that they're fucking shitheads, or B, kind of up their relevance.
Or
It's mostly A though. If you think about the people
you
that have
forgot
been
about
roast.
charity as well.
Charity, but yeah, all right then. Yes, if they're specifically charity roasts, but like this new generation of roasts, it's all people who have been shitheads in the past.
Not really.
Yes, it is. Charlie Sheen, Bruce Willis, not Justin.
Charlie
Timberlake,
Sheen wasn't just a
what's his
little bit
face?
of a shithead. He gave people like HIV.
What's his face? Justin Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Bieber. Yeah, maybe.
All previous shitheads. I'd argue current shitheads.
David Hasselhoff.
One of the biggest shitheads.
Nah, to be fair, he had alcoholism, so... This is the thing, it's like, you have to define the word shithead. Are you just talking about people that are just hard to work with, or...?
Doesn't matter either. Anything where it's come out in the public that you're a bit of a shithead.
Maybe. No, those that have been publicly shamed, I would say.
Yeah, but
Bruce Willis, it was good.
I wouldn't necessarily say they've been shamed. They've been outed as shitheads. They've done something in public that make people go, ooh, like, you're not really a nice person. You're not the kind of person I thought you were.
Although Bruce Willis has been through a lot, so... I mean, that's the only reason I wanted to watch it anyway. I thought he might change. He didn't change, by the way,
Of
people.
course he has a fucking changed.
It's bad.
It's Bruce Willis we're talking about.
I really want Hudson Hawk 2.
That's never gonna happen. And if it does,
If
it does happen, you'll get shithead Bruce Willis.
Or actually, I wanted the Die Hard 4. That wasn't Die Hard 4.
No. Die Hards.
That wasn't Die Hard 4.
Die Hards.
I wanted
What, Die Hard the prequel?
No, Die Hard with Samuel L. Jackson. Again, I enjoyed that one.
So Die Hard 3.5.
3.5, yeah.
Maybe.
Although Alan Rickman's dead, so no more Hans Gruber. So
yeah, but he wasn't in the second one anyway.
Yeah, or the third one.
Oh, I mean, he wasn't in the third one anyway.
Yeah, it's fine.
He wasn't even in the one with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I know. It's his brother. But that's because he died in the first one. So
yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it wouldn't matter.
Simon also died, so maybe they've got a sister. That's what they would do.
No, that was the number 4. I think number 4 was his sister. Or number 5.
No, it wasn't.
It was one of them.
No.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Pretty sure.
You're wrong.
They've already done like the weird angle. Sister, brother.
They haven't done a sister.
Brother, mother.
No. They just had the brothers, that's it.
Or it might have been the enemies from number 2 that came back.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
No.
Alright. We'll, I'm not going to Google it now. I need to move on.
Yeah, because you don't embarrass yourself live on air.
Suck balls. Speaking of embarrassing yourself.
No, but the thing is, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because the people who are listening to this right now, in like a week's time or whatever, they'll be like, yeah, he was wrong. So it doesn't matter whether you do it or not.
No, never that. Do your own research, innit?
Yeah, and they'll find that you are wrong.
No, I'm right. I was right about the X-Men thing versus Avengers.
What X-Men thing?
The X-Men films.
X-Men films.
Versus the Avengers.
No, you wasn't.
I was.
No, you wasn't. You were so wrong.
So right.
Oh my god, you were chronically wrong.
Bruv, I was chronically right. Chronically right, bruv.
Oh my god.
Avengers Disassembled took more than X-Men 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and friggin' Days of Future Past and all those films that friggin' Snyder did. Or Singer, sorry. All the Singer films.
Watch next week.
Watch next week.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm going to bring some facts back with me.
Bring the facts, bruv. Bring the fire, bring the flames.
Bruv.
Do it. We did it live on air, bruv, and I was right.
Nah, man, but you had no oversight. Like, you were doing it by yourself, and you were making up which ones you were adding and which ones you weren't adding as you were doing it.
Only singer.
No, I
only
have
singer.
no faith in your maths of that.
Bruv.
No, sir.
Bruv. Why you going Tory party on me, bruv? Actually, no. You're definitely inverting it. You're treating me like Theresa May in this motherfucker, bruv. I don't appreciate it.
It fits.
No, it doesn't, bruv.
It does.
Doesn't.
Because you're in charge and we have no faith in you.
Bruv. Fuck you, yeah? Fuck you. I'm in charge and I have no faith in you. I'll stab you with this freaking pencil, bruv. Stab you in the pencil and just twist it around like Evil Dead or something, just like until I hear something pop that shouldn't. Evil guy.
Yeah, and that's the sound of someone who's wrong.
It's not, bruv. It's not.
Like, if you
That's
the
sign of somebody that you've wounded. You wounded me with your words. You wounded me.
If you were correct, you wouldn't.
I am correct.
Resort into violence. You don't need violence when you have facts.
I will always resort to violence. Being from South London,
when you have facts. You don't need violence.
No, when you have facts, you enforce it with violence. That's how you do it. That's what's called was it tyranny? That's how you do it.
Yeah, well,
you tell a motherfucker how right you are whilst you're beating him up.
I
told you not to. I told you not to. You know, stuff like that.
I'm more of a man of the people, so I don't condone.
So that is, bro. If you're a man of the people expect to get the arse whooped from time to time. If they don't, then they better beware because the arse might get whooped.
Possibly. I'm not saying you're wrong this time, but
especially in this day and age, man. I mean, like, the worst thing about it is that back in, say, the 90s to the noughties, or the end of the noughties, you're always five words away from getting an arse whooping. Right now, people on this internet and life are just acting reckless. 5 words. 5 words in any direction, you know, it's an arse whooping. Now it's like, Yeah, so people were choosing their words carefully, treating people with respect. Now it's just horrible, bruv.
Yeah, because they're behind the shield of their monitors.
Nah, but it goes past that now. Like, you got people that are just sort of telling people to their faces how they want to have their, their tea.
Boy, I would love for someone to try to tell me how they want their tea in my face.
Oof.
They'll get some tea, bruv.
Oof.
They get some Earl Grey, boy, right to the face, bruv.
Interns are just... they are suffering, bruv. Because back in the day, all I had to do is just worry about... Like, when I used to intern, as it were, all I had to worry about is, like, how many tea bags, how many sugars, how much, if it's milky or not.
Yeah. Now
these motherfuckers are just getting a list, bruv. And they're going to Starbucks and just reading off this information like some teleprompter.
Yeah, for that shit, bruv.
I couldn't do that, bruv. Yeah, can I get a chai tea with soy milk and lemon juice and my soul, please? And 3 croissants. One pan of chocolate. 1 lemon drizzle kick. And for me, I'll just have a water. Because that's all that's left. Send you to Starbucks at lunchtime with a list. And then everybody then who's in line looks at you.
Like you're the dickhead.
Exactly. There's that dickhead that is actually, giving you the list.
Yeah.
It's sat in his office. There's no justice, bro. There is no justice.
There is, man. You climb that ladder. Don't be the intern.
You have to be the intern, though, bro.
Yeah, but then stop being an intern quick.
This is it. Like, I believe that people should just
the future.
start... No, I don't believe children in the future. I reckon some children... I believe, like, children are like turtles running to the beach. Some will make it, some won't. But the ones that splash in the water will have to learn how to breathe, otherwise they'll drown. Probably a bad analogy, but kind of like turtles.
Better than most.
Yeah, it's more accurate, to be fair. Which is scary. Because all the predators, sexual predators in general, yeah, basically, it's not a good time to raise kids nowadays, I guess. I'm worried.
That you know about.
That I know about, yeah. Well, this is the thing. I think if I did raise a kid, like, if I had a choice to raise a kid in any era, it'll be 1985 to 1995. Only because...
What? You can't raise a kid in 10 years.
No, I'm just saying, like, like, between that time, if I was a parent, if I had a choice to be a parent in any era, it would have been that era.
How convenient. I say how convenient.
No, I'm just saying, it would have been convenient. Out of all the years that I've lived, that would have been ideal time, because there's no mobile phones, there's no sort of, like, internet.
What's wrong with mobile phones? What's wrong with the internet?
Everything. It just ruined everything. It took over everything, and then everything became the internet and mobile phones.
Yeah, but imagine if you couldn't call somebody.
Then you could call someone, you had a payphone.
That's inconvenient.
It's not, you had a phone card.
That's also inconvenient.
No, it's not. You just bought a phone card. The phone card has £5 on it.
That was so long. That was so long.
And you have to make sure you're off the fucking phone in like 3 minutes.
That's so long. I remember I used to deal in phone cards. That's so long.
Bruv, it's the way forward. I reckon that's what you should do with your kids.
That's the 2 things I used to deal in: drinks and phone cards. Like in fucking prison in
phone
school.
cards, bruv. It was. That's another thing about school as well. It wasn't about, oh, this is a safe place. You can become
no.
You can express yourself. You used to get beaten up, bruv.
Fucking hustling out there.
Oh, bruv. I think, what was my hustle? My hustle was game magazines.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to move into porn, but I didn't know. I had too much of a baby face, and I couldn't shot them. Couldn't shot the porno mags.
Oh, why? How not? What?
Because it's like if you look as baby face as I did, you literally have to steal them. Like,
I thought you had them, but you couldn't shot them. I didn't know.
No. If I had them, they're gone. They're gone. I mean, bearing in mind my height, I would have probably got bullied for them.
Yeah.
like, you know, some angry teenager with, you know, a need to masturbate over, you know, somebody who's like 4'4".
Yeah.
It's like 4'4" for a while. Like, tiny. Evil genes.
Yeah.
Then I grew up to the masculine height of 5'10". So
It's reasonable.
it's not reasonable. Not on Instagram. Like, if I knew I had to be taller, I would have, you know, got taller. But at the time, it was okay to be 5'10". In fact, you was a giant amongst, like, little women. Now these women are wearing, like, 4 or 5 types of heels.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, he has to match my Louboutins. My Louboutins are, like, 7 inches. I'm not a whore. I'm fine.
Kick the shit out of his boots.
Exactly, mate. The worst thing about it is that it just makes them look like robots. Then I get it.
That plus the makeup.
It's nothing to... And that's another thing about 85 to 95.
What, no makeup?
On the makeup.
Like, the makeup game was
like,
basic.
Like, the kids weren't wearing makeup. Now...
It's so weird. Like, I feel like I missed, like, a whole thing.
You could easily catch a case. Like...
Back in the day, it's like you just use the makeup to cover up little stuff. Like, now, like, I've seen women just paint on a whole new face.
A whole new person, right?
A whole new person. Like, once that makeup's done, it's like, you're a different person now.
You're attractive. What did I miss? The same thing as, like, with kids, like, the age of 14, they are young. They're young kids.
Careful what you say.
No, this is the reason why I'm saying it. They're young kids. They're getting Maybelline.
Rolf Harris just popped up the other day.
It's fine. Again,
yeah, he just popped up, hanging outside of school. They're going to keep tabs on him.
That's horrible, bro.
Yes, it is.
Can you tell what it is yet?
And when I say outside of school, I mean inside the school.
When did he get out? When did he get out?
I don't know. It must have been a while ago. But it's like, yeah, he was on the news the other day, like in my day job.
Well, to be fair, he wasn't a... Yeah, but that's how they started it. He wasn't like an inside school paedophile. He was more grooming his next door neighbours, sister's friend, whatever.
Maybe, but that's the next step. Like you said, that's the next step.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah,
full immersion.
He all up in the school, and so he had to get asked to leave the premises.
That must have been an awkward situation.
Why?
Just imagine if you had to be the guy.
For who?
The person that's saying it. Just imagine if you had to be the guy that had to kick out Rolf Harris.
No, because you know what he's done. It's not like you don't know what he's done.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
But it's not like you don't know what he's done. Like, it's not like it's he got caught. And then it's like he's just hanging around schools and he's like, oh, look, it's Rolf Harris made like a impromptu visit. Like, he
had full run of it, innit?
Yeah, exactly. It's not like that. It's like we're aware now. So it's like if you see him on your school premises, you're running because you don't want to be the person who they find out saw Rolf Harris on the premises, didn't say nothing.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you keep avoiding Rolf Harris, he's just going to become one of them extreme paedophiles, isn't it? He's just going to pick up kids, dash him in his van.
What, so you saying let him on the school premises so he don't steal kids?
Well, this is the thing. It's not a win-win situation. You should really kill him so he no longer is a threat. Because the thing about paedophiles is that they always reoffend. They're compelled to do this sort of bullshit.
Yes.
Like, you go put them in for, 4 or 5 years and then release him, and then they're just going to fill up a kid and then bash its brains in because he doesn't want it to tell anyone. Pretty much. It's like, as controversial as it sounds, I think Louis C.K. was actually onto something when he said, you know, it'd be better if they just, like, if they were to rape your kid, they just let you know where to pick him up, or whatever, rather than kill him. Because that's what happens, like, they rape him and then they kill him, innit? So, rather than, you know, if it was more easygoing sort of thing, I mean, obviously it's all hypothetical, whether he's just, like, saying, well, if it was a case where we're more accepting of paedophiles, they won't kill kids. So you just have a kid that's raped, and then, like, you know, you have to deal with it. But at least your kid's alive.
I don't think Louis C.K. is the best person to be taking any kind of advice from.
I reckon he is.
No.
Only reason why is because he wasn't on Cosby level of.
Almost.
Nah.
He didn't drug anyone, but...
He didn't drug anyone, he just bashed off in front of someone. And the worst thing about it is that, motherfucker, if I started beating my meat in front of you, right now, you'll just get up and leave, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm sure at least a couple of occasions he was blocking the way.
Push past him, he's preoccupied. Like, the worst thing about it is that, how can I put it? You can't keep your balance and jerk off.
If you are a woman half the size of Louis C.K., you're going to want to push past him mid-jerk-off.
No, I wouldn't be putting myself in that position whatsoever.
Exactly.
Like, if I'm a woman, if I go back to... This is another thing as well. This is controversial, but it's completely true.
I disagree already.
No. I mean, like... If you are sexually flirting with somebody, per se...
Jerking off in front of a person or someone is not sexually flirting with them.
It can be, if you know the person.
No, it's not in any situation.
It is. That's what girls do. Girls, if a girl does it to a guy, it's sexy. If a guy does it to a girl, it's not sexy.
No.
Please discuss.
If my manager starts flicking a bean in front of me at work...
No, in a personal situation. So if you went to your manager's hotel room...
Why would I be in a hotel room?
Exactly, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, obviously, then in that situation, yes, it's okay. If she does it at work, no, it's not okay.
Well, this is it. This is what Lucy K did. He started joking off, but the girl was there. So you don't mind if I just joke off? Whatever. She said, no, I don't. And then he just continued to jerk off. He didn't want to have sex with her. He weren't raping her.
Yeah, but that's one occasion. That's not on other occasions where he was on stopping people from leaving.
Yeah, but, you just don't watch. I don't know. You still got options. Still got options. Like, and at that time as well, it's like, if you was that concerned, you should have just phoned the police. Rather than tell your publicist. That's my whole thing.
But it's fucking awkward.
Not really. Not really. Like, I'm pretty sure...
You're just telling me, about how it's an awkward conversation for you to kick Rolf Harris off the premises when he's a known pedo. Yeah, and you're going to tell me it's not awkward for you to call the police while your boss is in the room jerking off. Exactly.
It all depends on who barges in on who.
No, it doesn't depend on fucking jack shit.
Nah, it's the whole Me Too movement anyway. I mean, it's just all nonsense. But in regards to...
Nonsense.
No, some of it's nonsense. Some of it you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be a creep. But obviously, it's a bit weird. But yeah, speaking on that, what's the other thing I was speaking about?
Any unwanted jerking off in front of a woman is being a creep. I'm just putting that out there.
Not really. So you got what? So Rolfie, how did he get into the school?
What?
How did he get in there?
It's fucking school. Gates are open. Like, you just walk in.
Only if you're a parent.
No, but it's like either like home time or start of school time or whatever. It's not like...
Yeah, but this is my thing. It's like...
The day.
What sort of monitoring is given to people that sexually offend? Especially celebrities that sexually offend.
There's none. None. Of course there's none. That's why they get to reoffend all the fucking time. No one monitors them. They just send them out in the community and that's it.
And that's the reason why you feel that... I mean, this is me anyway. I mean, like... Shoplifters, sometimes they reoffend. Paedophiles, do you really want them to offend again? Child killers, do you really want them to offend again? So just keep them in.
I mean, in theory,
especially
you don't want anyone to reoffend again.
Well, I mean, especially with Rolf Harris as well. It's like, just keep him in. He ain't got that long. Just keep him in. I mean, the worst thing about it is that people are saying, 5 years for this, 4 years for that, whatever. But what he was doing was more sinister. Way more sinister. And his position of power, etc., etc. Just lock him up. Just lock him up and keep him in there for life. But then saying that, you don't want it to become some form of, like, pedo mafia.
Why?
Because...
What, you think they're going to group up together?
Yeah, and then talk to some of the ones outside.
What?
Get kids.
What, in prison?
Weirder shit's happen.
No, I think no one is turning. No, but the whole like getting stuff in prison relies on people turning a blind eye. That's not something people are going to turn a blind eye to.
Okay, so how would you know if somebody's kid isn't their kid?
What do you mean?
Like, somebody brings in a kid.
It's a fucking prison. You're not supposed to have kids in there.
No, you can. But this is what I'm saying. Like, how do you do it with pedos? Like, for example, if you're visiting your friend or your family member or something like that in prison, and you bring in the person's baby or a person that is, you know, like one of the other kids to visit.
But it's not like they can do anything while they're visiting.
Yeah, they can.
What?
I mean, if Ted Bundy was able to breed up his then girlfriend whilst he's on death row, which I think's even more fucked.
Did he get conjugals?
No.
So how do you do it?
He just kept fucking her, like, and this is the worst thing about it. Like, you need to watch this Ted Bundy thing, bruv. Layers upon layers of fuckery. Fuckery. So basically, we've got one of his like offsprings out there, just harbouring or probably festering away. But that kid's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, so how do they do it?
Just fucked.
Where?
In the prison.
Yeah, where in the prison?
I don't know. Like,
poor documentary. I don't think I need to see
something
that can't nail down the simple facts of where someone fucked.
Well,
you think that'd be a very simple thing to find out or to guess or
maybe it's a pre-fuck.
What? They fucked before he went to prison?
No. He jizzed in his hand and then dampened her spot.
That is just disgusting.
That's probably what happened.
See, this is the caliber of conversation when it's your
sophisticated filth. Sophisticated filth.
There's nothing sophisticated about it, just filth.
You're the one that went away for like the toilet, so
it's pure filth.
You're always filth. All right, let's see what we got else. So yeah, the mailbag was quite thin. So yeah, I think this is it.
I had
the correspondent.
I had some correspondence.
Okay, cool. Shoot ahead.
So I keep. Okay, yeah. So this dude asks us a question.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, so.
But which platform? Which platform did you?
Fucking Gmail, man. It's always my Gmail.
That's terrible.
It's the only thing I notice.
Terrible. Where's your name at gmail.com? So, not your name, but redacted at gmail.com.
Yeah, my name is redacted. RDS actually.
Oh, my bad.
So yeah, so the question is that we're hearing that reports of Dark Phoenix being really bad. Really bad.
Really bad. Where's The Last Stand?
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
I think it would just be a slightly better than like Last Stand.
I mean,
but still,
what do you think? Like, you'd imagine it's better because it's the same writer and it's basically the same film.
It's done again.
Yeah. So you'd imagine it's better. Like, you get 2 bites of the cherry. The second one's got to be better, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So he's asking, or she actually, I can't really tell. What do we want to see from like a Marvel X-Men film?
Marvel X-Men film.
Yeah, because like this has got to be the this is going to be.
So
like
are we just talking like bare minimum what I want from Marvel X-Men?
Well, what I will say is like nail it down to like maybe a vibe or a storyline or whatever. Like what do you want to see, or just generally what do you want to see in the X-Men film?
All right. So I'm going to be speaking just in general.
Yeah. I will also speak in general.
I will not limit it to a particular brand of mutant or whatever. I will just literally limit it to the parameters of what a superhero film should be.
A superhero X-Men film.
Just in general.
Well, I think those are two different things. Or those can be two very different things.
Alright, so in
Like,
regards,
you don't want a Suicide Squad film to be.
yeah,
like
basically,
X-Men
we
film. It's
don't
not the same
want it all rushed into one film. We want a couple standalone films beforehand.
thing. What?
No, for me.
Yeah, but what do you mean a standard? It's the
As
X-Men.
in, like members of that group. So
I disagree, bruv.
no. The only reason why I say it like that is because we've had that approach already. We've had the whole
Yeah, but
approach.
it's different. It's the X-Men.
That's what I'm saying. For it to be different,
It is-
it has to be introduced in a different way.
It's the X-Men.
So whether a case
The
it'll be
X-Men
like
is a team.
no, but my whole thing is this. In regards to say the best like example in recent history,
Now, what solo film would you have first?
not solo film. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Exactly.
just put like
Exactly.
with X-Men, it's very hard to do it now because the obvious one would have been Wolverine, then maybe Gambit, then maybe Rogue, then maybe Professor X and Magneto.
That's
maybe
one. That's too many.
no, but I'm just saying in general, those are the usual suspects. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to go with something a bit different, like First Class. First Class was like the best version of X-Men that we've seen on screen so far.
Yep.
So in regards to that being a sort of like major part of it, I would say I would have to go with either Cable or Bishop first, because it's a good way of introducing the history of the X-Men, if that makes sense.
From the future.
From the future, and have it set in the future, and then he comes back, and then we meet the first member of the cast, maybe. Or, maybe, if you are going with the House of M angle.
I want to start with that shit.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You can pretend as if it already happened, and you could just imagine these people back afterwards. So then you could just basically concentrate on the lore of the comics.
What have you been reading? What have you been reading?
What, House of M? She wished away all the
No,
mutants.
just like those are very two interesting ways to go. I'm surprised.
I'm sorry, bruv.
No offense. It's like okay.
I obviously read House of M.
No, but yeah, okay.
Because I've been trying to because obviously I've been excited about this whole Fox and Disney thing that's been going on for a while. So I've just been looking at what's happening in the comics. Like you've got X-Men Red and X-Men Blue or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm very confused on what implications those are. Because you've got Shadow
Nothing, it's
Kitty.
just different teams.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like at the moment they've got a scenario where you've got Nathan Summers and you've got Legion
Yeah.
that just basically jump back into it randomly. That would actually be interesting to see, actually. If you were to do a standalone Apocalypse film, that would be interesting.
We just had Apocalypse.
No, we haven't had Apocalypse. We had freaking, what's that guy from fucking Power Rangers? Oh, God. With the Tangas. Ooze, Ivan Ooze. We've had Ivan Ooze, but we haven't had a fucking Apocalypse film.
Yeah, you say that, but we did.
No, we didn't.
Did.
Didn't.
I think you need some breathing space before you bring him back.
Same thing with Psylocke. Psylocke was a great character.
She was meant to be.
No, she is.
Not in that film.
Not in that film. He's kind of like threw in the last minute. It's like, oh, Psylocke, we haven't seen her before. Here we go.
Yeah.
That's how the whole of the X-Men actually felt.
Yeah.
It's like, have we got this character in there? No, okay, we've just got to throw him in. It's like X-Men First Class.
Even characters they have had before, they threw them in.
Exactly. It's like, Lady Deathstrike, Wolverine, yeah, here we go. You know what I mean? That's how the Fox one seemed. Whereas, like, I don't know.
Fox films are the complete opposite of the Marvel films. Like, the Marvel films, you got, like, years of planning, heading into a direction.
I don't think
Fox films
I
has
don't
been, like,
think they've had
random
any more
shit.
planning time. Like,
Random-
basically,
Random shit going on in each film.
you just basically got corporates that have, like, bought comics in bulk.
Yeah.
Then they pick up one and think, oh, this is interesting. They give it to the writers, okay, we want to do a Days of Future Past, or we want to do another one of these. All you have to do, as horrible as it sounds, if you want to make a decent X-Men film, just watch the X-Men animated series.
Yeah, you'd think that, but no. Apparently not. Just do random, incoherent bullshit for 10 years, for longer than 10 years.
And then let's like concentrate on like the weirdest parts of some of the characters, kind of make it cool, and then fuck it completely up.
Don't know what you mean by kind of.
Wolverine. The Wolverine. That could have been so amazing.
The Wolverine. The Wolverine.
Yeah, the
Logan.
one. The one.
The
Well, basically, Logan. Both of them. Logan. I pretty much know why I hate that film. It's because it's not old man Logan. It's just middle-aged Logan, set in a world of post Last Stand, which I don't give a fuck about. The worst thing about it is that I really like Hugh Jackman as an actor, and I think it's a goddamn shame that he'll never ever have a decent Wolverine film.
Yeah, correct.
Because out of all of them X-Men, he was the best looking out of all of them. Pause. And obviously Professor X. In fact, there's nothing wrong with those three actors: Professor X, Magneto, and Wolverine.
No, both sets of Magneto and Professor X as well. Mm-hmm. But they just did shit films.
Mm. Yeah, it's a damn shame. Damn shame. Anyway, so I think that's answered that question.
Okay, yeah. So I would have no Wolverine. Not in the first film. Maybe not in the first two films.
Have him introduced as sort of like brainwashed Wolverine, Weapon X, blah blah blah.
Maybe, but maybe not.
Okay.
No, actually, yeah, no. I wouldn't have Wolverine at all in the first film. Maybe not at all in the second film.
Staggers in, bleeding, Weapon X.
No, just not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Random biker.
No.
Not even in the background.
No.
Okay, fine.
No Mystique, definitely fucking not.
Mm-hmm. So what you going with? What, Iceman?
Probably no Magneto in the first film.
It wouldn't be Magneto, it'd be just Magnus. I reckon Magneto should...
No.
No. The only reason why I say that is because he's mates with Professor X.
Still no.
He should be like Magneto in number 3.
No.
What else? Okay, who are the X-Men going to go up against? The government, Stryker. That's it.
Maybe, but
Sentinels.
probably
Trask.
Friends of Humanity. Probably Friends of Humanity for the first one.
Yeah, I suppose.
And then I don't know. I just want like a fun vibe, like a fun.
Define fun.
Just like the X-Men, they're teens, like they're having fun, like playing baseball and fucking around and going to the mall and all that kind of good shit that you get from the X-Men.
Like X-Men
the whole,
Team Wolf.
Like it's a family. No,
it's going to turn into Team Wolf.
Not turning into Team Wolf, but like they're not just like colleagues or like school peers or whatever. They're also a family. Like it's they have good times. Like there's no good times in any of those films. Brief parts, very brief parts. But there's no like they go to the mall in one of them in Age of Apocalypse,
and that doesn't go well. That's the reason I don't.
But no, we don't see it. We don't see it.
You do.
Or we see like a brief bit where they're like, like the third sequel is always the shit one. It's like, wake up, motherfuckers. This is the third one. Like, why are you making fun of your own? That's the stupid nonsense I do not get. And Bryan Singer and fucking what's his name, Simon Kinberg, just dumb idiots. Like, how are you gonna make fun of your own movie? Like, this doesn't make any sense. To be fair,
if it made that much money, I wouldn't give a fuck either.
Yeah, but it didn't make that much money. Like this, but you don't know. Like this is you're saying it in the movie. Like you don't know how much money this movie is gonna make, and like even if it is like, it made a shit ton of money. Yeah, it's like it's kind of making fun of your audience. Like you're saying your audience is stupid because they're going to see the worst one out of this franchise, and they're paying good hard-earned money to go see it.
technically it's the sixth one, so the joke's on them anyway.
Kind of, but if you want to take out the kind of the soft reboot 3, it would be those 3.
Would it?
But yeah, like some...
Wait. First Class... Oh, it's Days of Future Past after First Class, isn't it? Yeah, you're right.
Age of Apocalypse. But yeah...
No, it's not Age of Apocalypse, it's Apocalypse. This is nothing. Age of Apocalypse would have been amazing.
I'm just used to saying Age of Apocalypse.
No,
It's Apocalypse.
It's terrible.
But yeah, that kind of vibe. Again, like no Wolverine, no Mystique, no Magneto. I don't think you could really get away with no Professor X. That's fine. And just like have the proper suits, man. Have the proper suits again.
What?
Again,
No.
like,
What about black leather, bruv?
Not Age of Apocalypse.
Black leather.
Apocalypse.
A black leather with
In
the yellow trim.
Apocalypse.
That's what it's about, bruv.
Nah, fuck that.
So it's
shit.
about. That's what we want to see.
No.
That's what we want to
We've
see.
seen them. We don't need to see them.
We need to see them all the time.
No.
That's what X-Men's about.
No, we want to see the proper blue and like yellow suits.
No.
Yes.
No. Why do we want to see that?
Yes.
What? Because you saw it in the comic. We've got to see it on the screen.
Yeah.
That's your logic.
Yeah.
Because you see it in the games, you've got to see it on the screen.
Yeah.
That's your logic.
Yeah.
Because we watched the cartoon.
Yeah.
And it's the same there.
Yeah.
And we're not going to see that on the screen.
We should.
You're using too much of your right side. You're using too much logic. It's
Why
like
not? Why
no,
not?
because obviously
Why not? No, because
we're not. We are not as smart as Bryan Singer.
No, that argument.
This is what it is.
That argument.
What
would be
he
great.
needs. What he needs to do is that he because he's such a great director. He needs to break down what it is that that we know as norms.
Yeah.
And then he has to then translate in a way that it makes no fucking sense.
Fuck Bryan Singer. Look, this is another way. This is another like example of like how they treat their audience like dickheads. Like you tease the proper suits, like the last 3 seconds of the film. Like why bother? Actually, why bother? Even if you had every intention to have them in those suits for the whole of the next film. Why would you do that in this film?
Oh, like with the Wolverine.
No, not the Wolverine, but like right at the end where you see them, I don't know, like they're going to train in the danger room or they're going to go on a quick mission or whatever.
It's like the
right
Sentinels.
At the end of the film.
The thing
like
that pissed me
they're
off is
all
when
they're all wearing the suits.
it's number 2 where they're fighting against the Sentinels. No, where he's in the danger room and he's fighting against the Sentinel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting against the Sentinel and they haven't met the Sentinels at all.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then they meet the Sentinels in what Days of Future Past.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
So,
like you've not introduced the Sentinels, but you're fighting them in a simulation. It's you just like those guys. Is just that's why I'm not surprised that we're hearing. Like I would have been surprised if the reports coming out of like the screenings where people thought it was amazing. I already heard that they basically shot the whole film again, which is one of the reasons why it got pushed back in the first place. But there's no way I thought this film was going to be good. Like, it just didn't.
No way.
Didn't. I didn't even have to see a trailer.
I mean,
Like,
New
like
New Mutants I had more higher hopes for.
Oh
No, then Dark Phoenix. That's how crap Dark Phoenix is.
Equal no hopes for both those films because like one, like it's you know Dark Phoenix. You don't know what you're doing with it. Like you just don't. There's no way these people know what to do with a New Mutants film. Like you could just tell from the trailer that they don't know what they're doing with it.
It didn't make any sense.
No. Like what is it? Like is it a horror movie?
No, it's meant to be. Like it's a horror movie, but it's a superhero film.
Yeah, but in what way? Like, what's the dynamics? Like, who's the ghouls? Like, who's...
Nah, they're just trapped to the mental asylum by the looks of things.
I don't think so.
I think you're being unreasonable.
I'm not being unreasonable. That feels like looks like a bag of garbage as well.
That looks like garbage.
Yeah.
Would you liken it to trash?
No, I'd say it's garbage. I think garbage is worse than trash.
Okay, cool. And please define.
What do you mean?
So garbage is what? Trash that is left on the street? Or is it trash that is put in a can, festering, growing mouldy with filth and maggots?
yes, like garbage can be in the can, but it could also be like at the dump with all the other fucking garbage, and that shit stinks, and you can smell it way down the road. Like you can smell it in the next city, like because it just stinks so bad.
Okay, would you compare this to, say, dwelling landfill trash or garbage? I believe trash is a broader term. I mean, like, this is the reason why I use it so much.
That's why I think it's worse. That's why I think garbage is worse.
Well, garbage sounds like it's contained.
Broad.
It sounds like it's contained in a bag.
It's contained within its own stuff, but it's thrown with the rest of the garbage.
No, but for me, trash, it's like a throwaway word. It's like, this is trash.
Yeah, like trash is everywhere. Like you see random trash.
Oh, yeah, but it's like this
random
is garbage.
trash by itself.
This is
so
garbage.
bad.
Sounds
but
too
all the garbage,
too civilized.
All the garbage together, contained and thrown away with other garbage, is worse.
It's worse, but
like if you see a can
but
on
it's
the
in
street,
mass.
if you see a can on the street, you could say that's trash. Well, it's not garbage.
No, the trash is stuff that I throw. I throw trash.
Yeah.
Because trash is my own. Garbage is just garbage that I find on the floor or littering.
I feel
the
the
litterings.
opposite. I feel the opposite.
See, this.
Litter-
see, I'm glad that we
litter
had
is
this.
trash.
I think we've had this.
Litter can be trash, but I don't feel like litter can be garbage.
I'm glad that we actually had this conversation because it's probably the reason why you are annoyed when I say trash, because you feel that
Maybe.
you know my connotation is just, oh, this is litter. This is all litter, sort of thing.
No, that's not why I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed because you just use it too freely.
No, because this is the world and this is what they're giving me. If I am seeing trash, I shall say trash.
Maybe.
It's the only way. So, anything else in the mailbag?
No, that was it. Just one X-Men related question.
Awesome. All right. Hit us up on the usual social media and media, and we'll get back to you. So yeah, this is episode whatever.
Yeah.
And you've been listening to Real Dumb Shit.
Yep.
Later.